Right. So you actually form Hit Row.
Yeah. And that happened because Shawn was in the meetings and we did the types of tape studies and stuff. And then now we did the tape studies. He finally understand who I was and the type of performer I am. So they're having meetings for TV the night before, and he's texting me. Okay, Trips is saying he wants to see this out of you. This is what he hasn't seen yet. I'm like, that's it? But they want to tell you that. So I'm like, okay, cool. Bet. Me and Bronson Reed, next match, beat the hell out of each other. Boom, boom, he beats me. Boom. I come to the back. I look at Triple H through his eyes. I was like, am I one of your guys now? Straight to his face. He was like, oh yeah. I'm like, no, okay, cool. I walk in and Shawn just slaps me on the belt like a proud coach. He's like, that's what I'm talking about. Because it felt like Shawn was rooting for me, and they have that. Shawn and Triple H have their talents. They have their guys, and you can see it on the show. It's like that's a Triple H guy, that's a Shawn guy. That was where I was like kind of weaving into being the Shawn guy. Is like, okay, now I'm getting there. And we did stand and deliver. We did this 6-person gauntlet. I started first. I got eliminated last. That's 25 minutes straight of all these people in, and I'm keeping the match together. Stephanie McMahon comes to me in the back, and she's like, you are my favorite performer on this show. You are my favorite heel. And I was like, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Next thing you know, Hit Row magically becomes a group and a thing. So it was just like all these weird little cosigns had to happen in order for Hit Row to be formed to prop Isaiah Swerve Scott up to be a thing.
Well, right. Because then Hit Row wins NXT's North American title, and then you guys get bumped up to the actual WWE main show.
Yeah, we get drafted in SmackDown in October in Baltimore.
I mean, how did that feel to be a kid that would wrestle in his backyard and play video games to now being at the biggest wrestling league on the planet on the main show?
Yep. It was like it was. I always have this chip on my shoulder. It was like, I know this sounds crazy, but I know I'm right. It's that kind of feeling like you have early on, like even like if you started Vlad TV, you had this vision for this product 20, 15, 30 years ago, however, and you talk about it and people look at you like you're crazy. People literally think like, there's no way you're going to accumulate all these relationships and do what you're about to do because it hasn't happened yet. And so it felt like all of the struggle, all of the going through the back and forth with the mothers of my kids and like having to borrow money to buy baby formula, having to like sell video games and DVDs to make enough money to buy groceries and stuff. All these struggles of being on the road. Like, why are you going out there? Why are you doing this for like 8 to 10 years to get to this point? I was like, because I knew and I was right about it. And I knew I could be the one to do it. And I just like, it took like tunnel vision and blocking out so much doubt, so much negativity. And it was about people that cared about you, that didn't want to see you fail. But those are the people, that's the hardest people you have to block out. The people that really care about you. Because they don't want you to hurt, they don't want you to fall, and they don't want you to fail, but you have to fail. You have to feel that failure. You have to feel that gut punch sometimes, because that's what's going to start that engine inside of you. And that's what it felt like making it to SmackDown, like meeting Vince and talking with him and like going to the Titan Towers in Connecticut, talking with Laurinaitis, signing that contract. I'm looking at like, damn, $300,000 a year for this shit. This is crazy.
That was your first contract?
Yeah, for SmackDown.
Okay.
Yeah,